Is up, my dudes? I am joined by Jordan right now. We are live on YouTube, live on X. We have a couple of week 2 plays where Jordan's kind of scoured the whole internet, the whole web, seeing some plays he likes, all kinds of different websites, lots of different prop plays. If you guys have some starts or sits, all that stuff. If we get the right amount of viewers here, we'll giving out some free hats as well. Jordan, you want to wait a little bit here? You're watching some college football right now. Don't got anybody on.
I got I got UFC on the big screen, and then on the main TV, and then I got a football on the left and the right. So I got the Georgia Tennessee game on, and they got the Pitt West Virginia game on. I was waiting for that USC game, but it's in a rain delay, so or some type of weather delay. I don't know.
I love all the smoke that UCLA is getting from Tennessee today. Really, just every single week. They're calling it the worst NIL deal ever done. With Nico leaving Tennessee, going to play for UCLA for less money. Less people in the crowd. So
Aguilar's balling at Tennessee right now.
And yeah. So I can work out perfectly
because that they flip flopped, right? Like Aguilar was going to be at UCLA.
Oh, I didn't realize that Aguilar was supposed to be there. So,
guys, yeah, he was committed to UCLA. Yeah. They literally flip flopped.
No, that's perfect. Yeah. So Tennessee's undefeated and UCLA is they have a win. I love that the Big West said that they don't want UCLA because someone said, coming to the Big West soon.
So you mean the Big Sky?
I'm gonna get Big Sky, sorry. What's Big West? That's something that's way
That's
aged,
a basketball.
Right?
That's a no, that's the real thing. That's a basketball conference.
Okay. Did Fresno State used to be in the Big West, maybe? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay, I thought maybe like Trent Dilfer days. Maybe it was Big Sky. It's probably what it was.
That was whack. It wasn't.
No, Dilfer wasn't. Dilfer was pretty whack.
Maybe it was Big West. And they used to have football, but now they don't.
Yeah. So, no, it doesn't anymore. That was So, anyways, so I guess we can kind of hop in some plays here, Jordan. Got a little bit of people hopping on here. Trying to see on the old X there. Got some guys watching on there and on YouTube. If you are on, guys, leave us a comment. Let us know, if you have any start sits questions, all stuff like that. Let me see here. So I want to bring anybody else on. I don't think Seth's hopping on. We can kind of just talk about some plays here, Jordan, and see how it goes from there.
What do you want to do? You want to go game by game, or what do you want to do?
Let's hop into the game by game. We can look at it that way. And then we can kind of have our plays as well. So I'm going to go pull this up here. So game by game, starting off with the, 10 o'clock kickoff for us. What do we have here? I like to pull in some favorite plays, just some stuff like that. What game do you have first, Jordan?
On the Underdog app, I got Buffalo at New York. I don't know if you want to do that. It's tough. Like I went in on these. I dug in like Tuesday, Wednesday, and a lot of the numbers have moved. So, but we can see kind of what we can see.
Yeah, we got James Cook for sure playing. Have we heard about that?
I didn't. Why would he not play?
I thought he had a hamstring. I thought he had a hamstring issue where they were saying maybe Ray Davis. So,
he's playing.
Okay, I thought there was some kind of something that maybe set back. Do you hate? I kind of like Garrett Wilson at 60.5 receiving yards in this game.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm actually on Wilson, but I got in at 57.5. So it's tough because what is it now? It's 61.5. I'm seeing 60.5, 61.5, depending where you're at. So I don't know. That's kind of a tough. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. It's hard for me to say when I got it, at 4 yards lower, but I do like it. I like Wilson this week. So I think Keon Coleman is interesting at 45.5. I saw that at like 42.5, and then it moved pretty quickly. So,
what do you think? What do you think about Kincaid at 32.5?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I don't trust. I'll be honest. I don't really trust the Buffalo receivers. I don't really know. Obviously Coleman had the big week, but I still don't trust him. I don't like know what to expect, long term with them. So
Jets
I don't know.
defense did just give a big game off to Aaron Rodgers. Everyone, the
Yeah,
Jets
I
do.
know, but like, I don't. No, it's more like I trust the Bills are going to score. I don't know who's going to score. I don't know who is going to put up yards. Like it's going to go back. Like I don't know.
Okay.
It's just it could be a different guy every week. Like, it could be Josh Palmer this week.
Yeah.
It could be.
Josh Allen's line's at 229.
Yeah, I'm just not. I have no interest in the Bills guys really, other than Keon Coleman. But that number's moved a little bit, so you could have. I mean, I don't know. You might have some interest. I just don't. I don't feel the need to go there this week.
Okay. And you're off of Brees Hall at 58.5.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind Brees Hall because I mean Buffalo got gashed by
I'm looking to see if
the Ravens. I mean, Derrick Henry.
you
So I
got
don't mind Brees.
Braylon Allen at 17.5. Guys,
No
leave us
interest.
leave us what you think in the comments. Anything you want us to cover while you're on here. What about you want to go to the next game then if you don't really love anything in the Jets Bills game?
I mean, I said I like Keon Coleman. I lean the over, and I lean the over on Garrett Wilson receiving yards. I lean the over on both those receiving
Fields
yards.
rushing yards at 43.5 seems a little high, but definitely within reach.
Yeah, it's just too high. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it seems too high to me. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird game, to be honest.
All right. Guys, give us a like, give us a sub. Okay, let's go to the next one then, Jordan. Or do you want to do one play that you actually like that you have? And then we can go. So, well, we'll just leave that for the games we go to. I think it's the best way.
Yeah.
What's your next game, Jordan?
I have Cleveland at Baltimore. Not a whole lot I like here. I think let me see what Fannin.
I don't hate Henry anytime touchdown.
It's just the juice. It's so juicy. I mean, you're not getting any. The juice is too much for me. I don't know. It's fine. Like sure. Like yeah, great. But like it's probably like minus 150 or minus 200. I haven't even looked at what it is for him to score. So like, if you want to play that, that's fine, I guess. But I mean, I don't mind the Fannin over 3.5 catches. It's a little juice, but
I like Sampson over 15.5 receiving yards.
Okay, so here's the problem with that, Trent. Well, yeah, and then Jerome Ford actually ran way more routes than Sampson did. He just had an elite target share. I'm not sure how sustainable that is,
Mm-hmm.
So
and then
Fannin had 8 targets. I like the Fannin. Fannin over receptions is probably my favorite bet in this game.
All right, we got Sand wants to know, should I start Trevor Lawrence or Bo Nix, Jordan? What do you think there?
It's week 2. Eileen, you just stick with your draft capital, but I think Trevor Lawrence has a pretty good week this week. But I would say stick with Nix. Okay, yeah, it's versus the Bengals.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, should be. Do you think that? Hard to say. Like if Jaguars defense is a little bit better than what they were last year. They're better, but they played the Panthers too.
Yeah, I don't know how much better they are.
Mm-hmm. So they probably not better. And I think Burrow bounces back and kind of pushes Lawrence to the limit also there. Sand said, I also have Caleb Williams as an option on waivers. I don't know if you absolutely need to shoot to waivers right now at quarterback and hold 2 of them. You know what I mean? Like I would almost hold 1 and you could probably pick up Lawrence or
I think he has 2 next week. Probably has 2 on his roster already. So I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, I think Caleb Williams or Trevor Lawrence are very similar to me. They're like the exact same type of play. I lean Bo Nix still long term.
Okay, you're going with Nix. Jordan is playing Nix, and Jordan has the opportunity to play Lawrence, I'm pretty sure, in our league. So Jordan's probably right there. Jordan's right there with you.
Yeah.
In last pod, you had a Trevor Lawrence jersey on. So, okay, not a ton we love in the Browns-Ravens game.
Not for me, no. No, it's this game. I have Ravens in Survivor. I think Ravens kind of roll in this one off the really bad loss to Buffalo. So
Okay, what's your next one you got on here then, Jordan?
I have Giants at Dallas. I hadn't really looked a lot in this game. I think the CD over 80.5 is okay. They have
You worried
targets.
about neighbors?
As far I think the
78 and a
CD
half.
I think it's fine. I just don't trust Russell Wilson. Like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like I'll be honest, I trust the neighbors like over 10.5 targets way more than I trust his receiving prop. So I don't mind the targets at over 10.5, but it's juiced kind of heavy for targets.
I'm just wondering if this is one of those games that the Cowboys have to push it through the air. I don't know if the Giants have enough to make the Cowboys have to push it through the air using people besides CD Lamb. I want to say that like maybe Pickens has a decent game. I just don't think the Giants are able to push them to where Dak's airing it out a ton.
Well, I
But
mean,
I do think
you and I
CD has a big
disagree
game.
on you and I disagree though, like on how good the Giants defense is. So I think that boils down to like I don't think the Cowboys gonna be able to run the ball. You do. So like we kind of disagree there. And so I think the Cowboys have to throw the ball a lot more in this matchup, and you think they're gonna run the ball. So if you think they're gonna run the ball, Trent, do you
What's
like
the line though? How many points? Like what's the total?
I think they're 6.5 point favorites, something like that.
Yeah, but are they like 6.5 and but what is it like 42 points, 40 points? Like what's the like how many
Oh, the
points?
total.
I'm just wondering if there's gonna be a need to even like if it's
It's
close, but
40
they're up.
it's 45, 44.5. Sorry, 44 and a
Okay.
half.
Yeah. So like Wilson's at 209 passing yards. I'm not seeing a play on Dak passing yards. What's
Um
Dak's passing yards here?
I see
245.
250.
245 and a half.
Okay.
You're at 250. So I'm at 245
Yeah.
and a half. Like if you're saying that you have 250, I might plug them in at 245 then. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
yeah, Sleeper has them 5 yards less. And I think CD
Yeah, that's
gets over
good.
that 80 and a half. So
Well, then if you like neighbors, you can just plug neighbors in there. It's a little 3-man in that game.
yeah, man, neighbors looked frustrated last game too, though. You know what I mean? Like I'm wondering, do they just like try to give him the ball short and go with stuff like that, or how they
Does
do
sleeper
that?
have
I'm not quite.
target? Does sleeper have targets, Trent?
Let me look here. Sleeper has reception yards. They
I
have
don't think they
anytime
have
TD.
targets.
No, they have first TD. But yeah, no. 6.5 receptions is the line on that.
I actually trust that better than the yards.
I like that more than the yards as well because they can just kind of do whatever there. All right. What do you have next in Jordan?
I have Seattle at Pittsburgh. Seattle at Pittsburgh here. I really liked JSN in this game, but the problem is I got JSN at 62.5 when it opened.
Oh,
I think
it's
on
up.
Tuesday or Wednesday. It's like I'm seeing 66.5. What do you have on Sleeper?
On Sleeper, I have 69.5.
Yeah, it's just the number's gone, right? Like I got at
Mm-hmm.
62.5. I have that. Like but I can't like 66.5, 69.5. The numbers too far gone. I mean, he had an elite target share. He had like all of the team's receiving yards. So, I mean, he's gonna get a ton of targets. Yeah, I mean, I like what the number I got, but I don't like the number now. It's moved too much.
His line on receptions is 5.5. I like that more than the yards. Having 13 targets
Yeah, I
last
think.
week, caught 9 of them. So I don't hate that.
Yeah, I think that's a little better.
Okay. And then net. And so also in this game, I did like I'm staying away from Kenneth Walker altogether. Charbonnet's at what 43 and a half rushing yards. Tough, tough, tough defense here for rushing yards though. Like Brees Hall had a
Yeah,
good
I don't.
game, but yeah,
Do you think the
Charbonnet ran
Steelers
for
have like?
47 yards last week.
Yeah,
So
I mean they were pretty much split snaps. I think Charbonnet had a little more carries. So
And looking in here, I might have a play actually in here, Jordan.
What do you
I
like?
thought I did. I thought maybe I ended up not doing it. Yeah, I like Calvin Austin over 38.5 receiving yards. I don't dislike that one. So
Hmm.
I do have that played right now. So
How many targets did he have last week? 4
uh
targets, 6 targets. Sorry, 6 targets. Yeah, it's not bad. He's a big play
yeah, over
guy. He gets over that in 1 catch. So
yeah, so I actually had that. I meant to put that in there. So I'm gonna share that right here. So here's that play I have. So I got Calvin Austin over 38.5 receiving yards. That was one that I saw that the other day, and I do have that locked in. I did not put it in the show notes right away. So I Aaron Rodgers has those games where he ends up throwing like kind of weird guys that you aren't really expecting. That kind of happens in seasons. So
I mean, Calvin Austin is their number 2 receiver. I mean, that's just what it is. So he's
mhm.
locked into a pretty big role.
Yeah. Do you see that we're live on X right now, Jordan? I don't know if there's a way to check that because I know I'm for sure live on YouTube. Just want to make sure I'm on X as well because
We are not live on X.
we aren't. Oh, here we go. Well, I need to get that. I need
Not
to get
live
that.
on X.
Okay, so yeah, so we got that pumped up right there. So now we're good. Now we're on X. So that's unfortunate. So that could change the numbers here a little bit as well because definitely have a big following on X. So that is a huge rookie mistake right there. So next anything else in this game? Man, Gainwell at eight
Uh,
and a half rushing yards, Jordan. That seems
no,
very
there's no way.
strange,
That's
right? Yeah, on sleeper,
11.
Kenneth Gainwell, 8.5 rushing attempts is the line. He did have
Oh,
the most attempts last.
attempts. You
Yeah,
said
attempts.
yards.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that.
I'm not gonna mess with that one. That's just one that's kind of surprised me there. That seems
Why?
weird.
Why seems high or low to you?
It seems high to me, but it's just, Arthur Smith, there's no really telling what he's going to do.
Well, I
Like
mean, he played more. He played more snaps than Jalen Warren
he
last week.
no, I know. It seems silly to me that he's even in the mix, right? So, guys, give us a like, give us a retweet, get a certain amount of we get 100 views on here. We'll start giving out some hats. I'm wearing one right now. So check that out. Forgot to share the stream to X. Huge mistake right there. So getting the views are climbing a little bit there now. Also on YouTube at TFF Dudes as well. Um, yeah, I don't think there's anything else besides the play I had there, which I had Calvin Austin over 38.5 receiving yards against the Seahawks. Could see Aaron Rodgers, airing it out to him a little bit. It just takes one play for Calvin Austin. So, Jordan, what's your next game you have here?
I have Chicago at Detroit. Chicago at Detroit. I have a best bet in this game.
Pull that up.
I got Roma Dunze. Let's see what his number is right now. Oh my gosh. What do you have, Trent? I
Well, what
almost.
you have it at? You have it at 46.5 receiving
No,
yards.
I
What is
know.
it now?
No. 48.5. What do you have on sleeper?
I'm looking on Sleeper right now. I'm not even. He's at 47.5 on Sleeper. So a little bit
Okay.
better
I
than
mean,
what you got
it's
it at.
moved. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest in full, like this thing opened at 42.5. So like it's
Mhm.
moved quite a bit, which makes me feel good. But like I think anything up to the 48.5 is probably the 49.5. You can get like anything under 50, like 50 plus essentially. I like. Don't love that it's moved. Um, but yeah, I mean it's definitely I like Adunze a lot this week. I like this game for points a lot this week. So I think Rome Adunze is the guy there, He led the team in targets. And I think that Caleb Williams is going to look to him quite a bit. I think he's a more explosive wide receiver too than DJ Moore. So I think this number is too low for him in this game environment in the dome. So I think we'll get a bounce back from the Bears offense. So I like the Adunze over receiving yards.
Just looking at this game, Jordan, I'm seeing Caleb Williams. His rushing line is 28.5. I kind of like
It's
that.
moved. It was 25.5
Okay,
yesterday.
so it's jumped quite a bit then. So
Let me look what I have.
So you still can play it on sleeper at 25 rushing yards.
There's
guys.
25 and a half on underdog.
Okay. So I'm going to lock him in on 25. And where are we at here? Guys, if you have any questions, leave us some comments in there on X. We'll be sure to answer those the best we can. And, NFL, whatever. Jordan's watching some college football, get a little bit of a reaction from there. And yeah, so other plays in this game that I'm looking at. I'm looking at Amon-Ra St. Brown, 65.5. Does that seem too high? I like the Roma Dunze 4.5 receptions, Jordan.
The problem with that trend is that guy can bust off a 60-yarder. So like on one catch, So I think what do you say? I think the Amon-Ra St. Brown, I have 66.5. I'm seeing. I think that's not bad at all.
And then
like
DJ Moore, you saw DJ Moore ran the wrong route on that TD ball that Williams missed him on.
He did. Yeah.
So his line's 54.5. I always go back to
50.5 on underdog. So it's definitely way better on underdog.
Yeah.
That 4 yards.
Jared Goff, 249.5. How are we feeling on that? Do we get a Goff bounce back?
I mean, it's probably fine. It's not like something I feel strongly either way towards.
JMO is at 48.5. He's another one that just takes one.
I do want to see a little more of this Lions offense, to be honest with you. Like, I just want to see like one game from them,
Guys, give us some comments down there, questions.
I think the ASB line is too low, though.
Okay, so what about Jahmyr Gibbs rushing yards, 70.5? We're getting,
I prefer his receiving yards if you make me choose.
Okay, and his receiving yards, what do we have there on that?
I have 27.5 on underdog. It was 25.5, so it's moved a bit.
He's still 27.5 here. So, guys, we get up to 100 viewers. We'll start giving some of these hats away. Give us a retweet on X for the stream. Give us some comments on YouTube. Using both of those. Have a little bit more juice on X right now, but give us some comments. Start sit questions. Do you agree with what we're saying? Disagree with what we're saying? Montgomery's line is kind of interesting too. He's at 44.5. You like the Vikings ended up running the ball on the Lions, so I don't dislike Gibbs or Montgomery in this game, rushing yards wise.
It's just
and
I have some concerns that they're going to move away from Montgomery a little bit. So
I'm locking in. I'm locking in DeAndre Swift over 2.5 receptions in this game. I think they keep throwing to him. Caleb looked at him a lot early throughout the whole game. Just he kind of kept hitting that dump off. So I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift over 2.5 receptions in this game. Stick with that. All right. So I got a couple there. I got 3 plays there. Next game, unless there's something else on this Lions-Bears game you like, Jordan.
No, not too much. I like my favorite play is the Adunze play. So
okay. And so next one, what do you have?
I got Jaguars and Bengals.
Jags and Bengals. We don't have anything here. Looking at it just right away, I kind of like Travis Etienne at 55.5.
Yeah. I actually
used him a lot last week.
Yeah, I don't mind his receiving yards either at 14.5. My favorite play in this game was the Brenton Strange, but it's moved to 34.5. I think it's still okay. I liked it a little better at like 31.5, which it initially came out as. But yeah, I like the Strange. I think Brian Thomas, 72.5. I think you can go right back to it. Like he was really bad last week. I don't see that happening again. So don't mind I like the Brian Thomas. The chase number is just too high, 85.5. I mean, I guess you can. Like, honestly, he probably gets that off the horrible game he had last week. So,
Trevor Lawrence at 241.5.
I don't really love. I mean, he probably gets over that, but I'd rather stick to the receiving yards.
And Chase Brown rushing yards is 71.5. Seems a little high for something I want to play on with Chase Brown rushing
Yeah,
wise.
I think it's high too. Don't mind the Travis Hunter over 4.5 receptions. I mean, I think he's gonna get a lot of short stuff, a lot of like possession kind of targets. But I really do think this is the Brian Thomas game. I think he has a good game here, so I like his receiving yards. Strange, Brian Thomas is my favorite. Probably, I think Chase is fine. Chase is always fine, I guess. But
All right, other guys in there. Brian Thomas, yeah, Hunter. I don't know if there's anything else in there. Maybe Burrow over 275.5 is his line right now, which is high, but if anyone can do it, it is Burrow.
I definitely think we see a lot of points in this game. So,
all right. So you want to go to the next one, Jordan? You got something else here?
I'm good here. I'm good in this game.
All right, what's the next one here you have on your deal?
I got the Rams at the Titans. I'll be honest, not a whole lot. I really was interested in this game. Honestly, didn't really look at it too much. Just not a game that I really want to target. It's a 41.5 total. Puka's probably fine. Like the Puka receiving, it's 80.5 though. Like, what's his receptions?
I don't hate Kyron Williams over 0.5 rushing TDs in this game.
Yeah, I mean he scores like every week. So
yeah, like I wouldn't mind doing like a Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, and I don't know, throw another guy in there for just a TD prop like that with those two guys.
If you have like on some of the sites you get boost, and so like I would, or if you on a you're just gonna bet it straight, like you got to use a boost with it, get the number up a little bit. So
yeah, his rushing line is 74.5. Do you like that better versus the Titans, or do you like?
I think this Titans defense is actually pretty solid. So
because they played, they played Braun. Yeah, Dobbins got a TD last week on him.
Yeah, again, like it's just not a game that I have very much interest in really targeting. So, yeah. No, I don't
guys
want to force.
Yeah, guys on X, leave us some comments what you're thinking. Let us know. We appreciate everything we get on there. We've got a couple sit questions earlier about Bo Nix or Trevor Lawrence. So if you watch this on X, give us that retweet. Give us some comments. We really appreciate it. Helps us out. Cam Ward. Yeah, well, what about Pollard receptions? That might be an interesting 2.5. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Kind of indifferent on that.
He had one catch last week. I don't know.
Jared Verse for a sack is interesting if you want to go defensive side of the ball.
I just not something I do. Really.
I wouldn't. Yeah. So, all right. Next one, then Jordan. Next one we got.
I got New England at Miami. I have a couple plays I like in this game. One of my best bets is, oh man, this number is moved quite a bit. What do you have on sleeper for Butte, Trent?
I'm going over to New England at Miami. I'm just trying to find it here on being on a different one here. So I'm going to pull yours up. Yeah, both Butte here.
I mean, I have it at 37.5. It's moved 5 yards in the last 24 hours, essentially. So, I mean, that's good for me, but like, I don't know, like, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's 42.5. The numbers move quite a bit. So I like Butte a lot this week. I liked it at 37.5. I don't know. It might be lower at other sites. I'm underdog. Trent, do you have it on sleeper?
I'm pulling it up right here. I just cannot find. Here we go. New England. All right. So you're looking for a Butte. I'm at 43.5. You got him at 37.5 the other day.
Yeah. I mean, it opened 34.5. So it's moved.
Yeah. It's still in reach, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, again, like, I don't like it as much, right? Like, if this would have opened at 42.5, I probably wouldn't have been interested. What's his receptions?
3.5. On sleeper.
I like, man, there's a 2.5 on underdog, but it's juiced pretty good. I mean, again, if you like Butte, if you lean that, I still think he gets over the 42.5. But it's not something that like I'm advocating you to play just because the numbers moved. The other guy I liked in this game was the Travion Henderson rushing yards, 37.5. It moved 6 yards again since open, but I think Travion has a nice game here. I think he breaks off a big one. I think they're going to start moving over to Travion instead of Ramondre. So I like the Travion. I honestly, at these numbers, Trent, I like Travion more than Butte, to be completely honest with you. I like the Travion over 37.5 rushing yards more than
especially with all the coach
37.5.
speak we've been getting, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
A
going
lot
to
of
lock
good
him
coach
in as a
speak.
play right now. I'm at 27x right now. I'm going to have to probably go back and change a little bit of that. Right now on my play, I have CeeDee Lamb over 80.5 receiving yards, Dak Prescott over 245.5 passing yards, JSN over 5.5 receptions, Caleb Williams over 25 rushing yards, DeAndre Swift over 2.5 receptions, Kyron Williams anytime touchdown, and then Travion Henderson 38.5. Probably going to have to eliminate some of these because 27x is just a little ridiculous. So
yeah, I try to stick to like the 2s and the 3s and the 4 at max usually. Unless I'm just throwing something out there,
I'll screenshot it and kind of take the ones I like the best, probably. Okay, and other ones in this game, you saw that. What was it? Tyreek Hill hasn't had a catch over 30
30-yard
yards
catch
in a year
since week 1 of last year.
He was a little fired up with that reporter who asked him that. So maybe we're due for one. He's at 61.5 receiving yards. It's just too high still.
You couldn't pay me money to touch a Dolphins player right now.
He's got to show me.
Format,
Maybe HN anytime TD. That's about it. And I'm not like loving that. I'm just like, that's just maybe the only thing.
I would not. I'm not touching a Dolphins player at all. You couldn't pay me, so.
Tua under 231.5. It's just all around weird. What about Drake May? Drake May rushing yards 24.5. I don't dislike that.
I have 22.5 over on Underdog. So
guys, give us some comments there on the X. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if there's any plays you like, dislike, start sits, questions, anything. Let us know. We got 22 of you on right now. Get up to 100. We will be giving out some hats. So outside of that, you like Travion Henderson. You kind of like Butte. You had him at a better play.
I had him a better number, yeah. So
okay. What do you have next, Jordan?
I have what's the next game? San Francisco at New Orleans. This game was not up, like nothing was up when I kind of dug in and everything early on in the week. So I like CMC's receiving yards is nice. What's his receptions? I think I like the receptions and receiving yards. I think are both good with CMC. He's going to be this whole offense with, with Purdy out, Mac Jones. I mean, he's going to get a ton of looks.
I kind of like him at 4.5 receptions, and I also kind of like him at 18.5 rushing attempts.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think
I would probably rather do yards, but I think he gets 20 carries.
The rushing yards, I actually like the rushing yards the least, Trent, just because like they might stack the box.
High.
They're gonna stack the box hard, yeah. And
he's got Mac Jones.
Yeah, so they're gonna force him to throw. I think the dump offs are the way to go. Whether you do that through the yards, the catches, or both, So let me see. What is
we got a question here, Jordan. We got a question from Aiden. Yo, guys, I think I messed up my league. My league is flaming me for trading away Mike Evans and Travis Kelce for AJ Brown and rookie tight end from Cleveland. Did I mess up?
Yes.
So he gave away Mike Evans and Kelce for AJ
Brown and Fannin.
Yeah. I think you messed up here, but
I mean, it's not like it's.
Yeah, this isn't prime Mike Evans, and AJ Brown should be okay, but this isn't Travis Kelce. This trade 2 years ago. Yes, you messed up. Today, I don't think you gave someone the championship.
But Trent, you really trust the Eagles receivers? Like, do you really trust them? Like, I'll be honest, I probably have Evans over AJ Brown rest of the season.
I haven't after a week ago, I had AJ Brown over Mike Evans. Right now, I probably have Mike Evans over AJ Brown, but that's just a 1 week sample size. So there's no AJ Brown is going to be involved, but Mike Evans will have more TD catches than AJ Brown, I believe. The tight end rookie from Cleveland and Kelsey, that could be a wash, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time believing Kelsey doesn't get more involved, with especially this week with Worthy out. But
yeah,
even though it seems like Worthy's not going to be out for very long. But
yeah, Aiden said I just did it today. So
yeah, I saw it.
I it's a long season, Aiden. I don't think it lost you the league. It might not have made your team that much better. I don't think you're.
It might end up being kind of a nothing burger, like just a wash.
I don't think it's like this isn't something like collusion. The whole league's over. Like, hey, you might have lost a trade. I don't think it's like season ending by any means, Aiden. Thanks for the question, man. What were you saying before Aiden's question there?
I like the Juwan Johnson over receptions, 3.5. I think that's pretty good.
That's really low.
A ridiculous amount of targets last week. He's definitely they're gonna throw to him a ton. I was trying to look up how many targets he had last week.
I think he had 11 targets last week.
Yeah, 8 catches, 11 targets. So I definitely like that. I mean, it's juiced. It's juiced to the over, but
I thought about he's 36.5 receiving yards too.
I do like the receptions more with him than the receiving yards
because he had so many targets.
I think the 4.5 is even better. If you can get the 4.5 money with more like pause on the plus, more positive juice. So I don't mind that. I think that's Juwan Johnson. I think it's a nice little. I might have to add something with Juwan Johnson, or just bet it straight. I might just bet it straight, to be honest.
Aiden, just put the group text on mute for till tomorrow afternoon. You'll be fine. Because maybe something crazy happens. Maybe Mike Evans gets hurt or something. He's aging, so definitely don't go too crazy. Juwan Johnson, 3.5 receptions. Yeah, that seems crazy low, Jordan. But you do have this 49ers, defense. Linebackers are pretty good at covering tight ends there. All right, Aiden, what do you want to know about Dak Prescott?
No, he's saying his team. He said...
Yeah, my room is now Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Sutton, and Jacoby Myers. I don't hate that.
It's a good team.
Yeah. Dak Prescott at QB. No, you're okay, Aiden. Head up. Yeah. Aiden, how much did Fannin go for Fab in your league, or is it just straight up waivers? I doubt he was actually rostered on a team. Only thing that scares me with Fannin is Njoku's still there. Other things we got here, Jordan, 49ers Saints games. Juwan, by far my favorite play in that game.
I CMC receptions and Juwan receptions are my favorite in those games.
Man, 30 Fab for Fannin.
It's tight end, Trent, and they're going to run a ton of 2 tight end sets. He's essentially I could pull up the numbers, but I think Fannin is essentially like their slot receiver. Let me pull this up here.
Okay, yeah, if you have that. So
I have on PFF, Fannin played 36 passing snaps, and Njoku played 45. Fannin was 41% in the slot. I mean, he played in the slot more than anybody else with any significant amount of snaps. So he was in the slot quite a bit. So they're going to run a 2. He might just be their slot receiver, Trent, to be honest.
Yeah. So double tight with Fannin. Yeah. So I don't think you're definitely season's not over, Aiden. So I think you're good. All right. Next game you got here, Jordan. How's your college plays going right now, Jordan? They doing okay?
No, I'm irritated because I lost. I had Mateer over pass rush yards. I had Bryant Wesco over receiving yards, and I had Jeremy Bernard over receiving yards. And Jeremy got the number and then lost the number on a quick pass. He lost yards on. So a little annoyed about that. Should have been the sweep. Go two for 3, which is slightly annoying. So, and then waiting for this USC game to start. So I don't know. It's delayed.
Aiden said I might start Myers over AJ Brown this week. I think you got to start your new player, man. You went and got him. Don't leave him on the bench. There'd be nothing worse than an AJ Brown nuke on your bench. This is against the Chiefs. Super Bowl rematch. It's going to take all hands on deck here. The Eagles really want the Chiefs to go 0-2. I would not keep AJ Brown on my bench,
Yeah, I wouldn't
especially
do it.
since you just traded. You agree with that, Jordan? You aren't going
Yeah,
Jacoby
I
over.
wouldn't. No, heck no.
Yeah. Thanks, Aiden. Aiden, please give us a sub. We really appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the comments. All right, next one here, Jordan. Next game you got.
I have Eagles at Kansas City. Speaking of AJ Brown, there's not a whole. I think the only thing I like in this game, and I don't even know if you can do it anymore. Let me see.
We got another question here, Jordan. We got Matt. Hey, I just have a quick question. What do you think, Pittman or anyone but him?
What do you mean by anyone but him?
Yeah, anyone but him. Let us clarify that a little bit, Matt.
The only thing I like in the Chiefs game is the Hollywood over 5.5 receptions. It's juiced to the over, but I mean, I think I'd be shocked if he doesn't get 5.5 receptions there. He's going to be a target monster.
I have one play in that game. Are we going to that game, Jordan?
Yeah, that's the game we're in. Yeah.
Okay, I had one in there. It's just a total, nothing crazy here. I got Jalen Hurts over 0.5 rushing TDs. I think the Eagles get down on the goal line. They run the tush push like they always do. And, it just absolutely trolls the Chiefs when you get down on the one, do the tush push. I love the Jalen Hurts rushing TD. I think you can do it almost every single week. He had
what's
2
the juice,
last week
right?
for Dallas. What?
What's the juice? Like, is the juice pretty heavy? I haven't looked at it. I'd assume it's juice pretty heavy.
I put in yesterday. It's 163x. So and the under's 197x. So it's not, I think it's pretty.
Yeah, it's juice pretty good.
Pretty different. Okay. We have Matt saying I'm being told to sit him and play maybe Boutte for New England at the flex spot.
I'm saying I would definitely play Pittman probably. I like Boutte, but I mean I would assume Pittman. I mean Pittman's prop is probably 20 yards higher. Let's see. I'll be honest, Pittman and Boutte have the same receiving yard prop, so maybe it's a better question than I was giving it credit for.
Well, Pittman, I just think people are just a little worried about the Colts still. Like, Matt, did you start Pittman last week? Like, did you have the stones to play him last week?
You know what? I think Boutte is definitely in play. I think it's definitely more of a coin flip than I initially thought.
We got another one here from Fernando Lopez. Would you guys start Penix or Bo Nix? Matt did start. You're going Bo?
Bo Nix for sure.
All right. Yeah, Matt did play Pittman last week, but it's closer this week, he thinks. I wonder if this is a Matt from our fantasy league. I'm not sure. Coleman Hammond. I live in Kingsburg. Can I start Bowers this week with confidence, or should I start another tight end? I think if Bowers plays, you got to play him, man. If Bowers plays,
he's playing. He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing. He's a little hobbled, but I think a hobbled Bowers is still better than anyone else. I love the to clarify with confidence. That's very important.
Yeah.
Did I miss another question in here? I don't think I did. I think we got them all there. So you like Penix more than, or you like Bo Nix more than Penix?
Oh, for sure. Not even a question. That's an easy answer.
You're still staying with your draft capital of everything you've had.
It's not like
you're not pulling the plug.
It's like the Vikings, but the Vikings aren't a good matchup either. It's a bad matchup on the road.
Against the Falcons.
Penix is on the Falcons.
Yeah, I know Falcons are playing. Yeah, Vikings are not. Yeah, okay. Sorry, you said bad matchup.
The Vikings are.
Yeah.
Bad matchup. The Vikings are a bad matchup, like for the Falcons. Yeah. So,
all right, guys, we got 38 views right now, guys. We get this up to 100. We'll start giving some hats away. All right. So I have Jalen Hurts over rushing TD, Jordan. I just think it's always. Well, how many rushing touchdowns has Jalen Hurts have versus the Chiefs the last 2 times they've played in Super Bowls? Like he has at least 2. So I'm going to keep going with Jalen Hurts there. Anything else in this Chiefs game? You did say you liked Hollywood Brown. You said receptions?
Yeah, over 5.5. But I mean, it's juiced
Yeah.
a bit. So, but I do think that I like that a lot. So,
okay.
that's
And
my
you
favorite.
don't. What about Barkley rushing? Do you like Barkley's rushing line? Let me see what it is.
No, not really.
He's at an 86.5. That is a lot. That's a high
Yeah.
line. And then we've had a lot of AJ Brown questions. AJ Brown's at 72.5 right now. So
I wouldn't. I don't trust the Eagles receivers too much right now. So
yeah, perfect. Mad respect. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Coleman. This guy's creeping me out a little bit. Okay. Next one here. In the Eagles Chiefs, I don't see anything I really like there. You don't think we get a Kelsey game, or you're just not you're not ready?
it's just not something that I feel like.
I don't want to
in,
touch Chiefs running backs with Carter back as long as he's not spitting. Next game here, Jordan. What do you have next?
We got the Colts, Denver at Indianapolis, Broncos at Colts. I really like my play in here. I mean, the number moved a little bit, but I really like it still. It's Tyler Warren over 44.5. So I like that quite a bit. 44.5 receiving yards. I think he's the number one target right away for the Colts. So, and Daniel Jones is going to go to him quite a bit, middle of the field, dump downs, short stuff, and Tyler Warren just has like elite talent. So, like Tyler Warren a lot.
Warren, what did he do last week? He didn't do a ton.
Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
70 yards and like 8 catches.
Okay.
7 catches, 76 yards, 9 targets.
Okay. So I was thinking more of Pittman and Pierce had pretty big games where I was more at. Just something that we had here. We did do a poll earlier that ended. Jordan, I put this on X. I had week 2. Who you taking, Bo Nix or JJ McCarthy? JJ McCarthy had 45% of the votes, and Bo Nix had 54%. So
yeah, I think you just got to trust Bo a little bit right now. Like you just gotta,
yeah. If that helps anyone out there, with 111 votes. What game are we on here, Jordan?
Well, we're on Tyler Warren. He plays for the Colts. The Broncos.
Okay, yes, yeah. You had Warren over 44.5. Is that line still the same?
It's still there right now. Yeah, it's moved a little bit as the week's gone on. I opened at like 40.5, 41.5. So
I can
I think the 44.5 is still good.
Okay, Denver at Colts. What about he's at 44.5 on Sleeper right now? So
I think the RJ Harvey 30.5 rushing yards is interesting, but like he just didn't play enough last week. He busted off the long run, which he's gonna do. So I mean, he can get that in one run, but he just didn't play enough for me, like to really feel good about hitting that one.
We have.
I think Evan Ingram receiving yards is kind of low at 31.5.
I was looking at that. I just wasn't sure if I was ready to just fully trust him. Alec Pierce at 18.5 is like risky, but he gets a couple 25 plus targets a game. And so I don't like totally hate that. Broncos defense is good, but it's one big catch for him. His reception line is 1.5. What did Jones throw for last week? He was super efficient. I'm curious what Daniel Jones's line is. I have Daniel Jones at 199.5.
I have 196.5.
Okay. So what's his rush? What he run for last week? He's a decent runner.
I
don't think he needed to run. Yeah, 27.5 rushing yards for Daniel Jones.
Yeah. So I wouldn't
yeah,
do that.
I'm not doing it probably. Okay. Anything else in this game?
No, it's just really Tyler Warren for me. Really like Tyler Warren.
All right. We got Mega Brick with a question here on YouTube. Mega, give us a sub on YouTube. We'd really appreciate that. Start Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert this week. We haven't talked a ton about either one of those guys.
I'm going to go Justin Herbert.
You're going Herbert. Who the Cardinals are playing the Panthers?
Yeah. I think they might run the ball a lot in this game. The Cardinals.
Murray's rushing line's at 28.5. 211 passing yards is his line. Herbert's a little higher than that. Herbert looked really good. I'm just wondering, Herbert's line's at 247.5. I'm just wondering if Herbert, do you think that, like, who do you think this game, Jordan? Do you see the Chargers just dominating this game and running the ball the whole game? Like, I really like O'Marion Hampton in that game.
I think they both could do that, though, is the problem. I think both quarterbacks could be in like games where they don't really have to, they don't get pushed. But
I think they're both really safe for what it's worth. I don't hate either one of them.
Yeah. I liked Herbert. I liked what I saw from Herbert, though. So
yeah, I think Herbert looks too good right now. Call of Duty hasn't come out yet, so I feel like Kyler had like 17 fantasy points, I believe, last week. I'm just worried that the Panthers can't move the ball and Murray doesn't have to do anything.
Same thing that happened with Trevor Lawrence last week. So
yeah, so that's probably why I would go Herbert. I just think he's a little more active. Mega Brick with another question: Buffalo defense or Arizona defense?
Arizona.
I think with how bad the Panthers looked last week, I would go with Arizona. You know, Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson might be able to put a little bit together for the Bills there.
I think the Bills defense is just bad. Like, I think they're just a bad defense, like in real life and in fantasy.
So going with Arizona there. Thanks for the questions, Mega. Give us a sub, please. We'd really appreciate that. What game were we on, Jordan?
The Cardinals at Panthers at Cardinals. So the only thing I like in this game is, and let's see what the number's at now because I haven't looked at it. Yeah, I James Conner 65.5. I like that. I like Conner rushing yards. So that's my favorite look in this game.
I like Bryce Young at 15.5 rushing yards, Jordan. He's running a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that one.
He's running a lot. Like he's hasn't been playing great fantasy wise, but Bryce Young is taking off. So I don't hate Bryce Young rushing yards here. I will be playing that in a couple lineups, a couple mix and matches.
I like Marvin Harrison over 54.5 would be a lean. Tet over 62.5 would be a lean. But McBride, I think, is okay at his number.
It's not I always go to anytime TDs. Don't hate James Conner anytime TD. Don't really.
I think his yards
either. But 81. He's 81.5 rushing and receiving yards for.
I don't. You may not have a lot of receiving upside in this matchup, though. Like in this game.
Wonder if we get a Benson game here. This might be one of those games where they use them both a little bit. Next one here. Is there another? Do we have what else do we have? What other game?
Sunday night. We had the Sunday night game. Atlanta at Minnesota. What
do you think about Bijan over 27.5 receiving yards? Last week,
I like it. I have 25.5.
Okay, you have 25.
I have 25.5. Yeah, I like his receiving yards number. I do like the
I like JJ McCarthy over 18.5 receiving or rushing yards.
I have 16.5. The Mason number, man, it's so much higher. It's almost moved 20 yards since last week. 16.5 is probably too high. I think Drake London targets are always really good if you have a target line out there. 9.5 targets. I think that's really
Here's
good.
A juicy one. I think I know what you're going to say, Jordan. I would not do this.
No.
But we got Frizz. Would you trade Jamar Chase for Genty, Trevion, and Tyreek Hill? I would not do that. His running backs are Pacheco and O'Marion. You do
I wouldn't
a running back, but not Chase.
Well,
I wouldn't trade Chase.
Who's your wide receivers though? Like if you trade away Chase, who would be your wide receivers? Yeah. Not counting Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Chase is due.
I mean, it's week 1. I don't think you should panic, but I'm just curious. Like, what would be your other wide receivers? Because I was on Tyreek about 2 months ago, and now I'm completely off Tyreek. So I just don't trust Dolphins at all.
Yeah, is there any? Okay.
Trent, you might like this trade then. You don't want Waddle and Tyreek. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I would try to ship off Tyreek Hill. Oh, yeah. No.
I'll be
I would,
honest. The only way I'm trading Jamar Chase is if I'm getting Saquon, Bijan, or Gibbs. Other
yeah,
than that, like I'm not
it's not
trading Jamar
enough.
Chase.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
if you
like
could maybe do Ricky Pearsall,
Trent, he
Pickens
has he has Ricky
for
Pierce.
Travion. If he could trade those guys for Travion. Like you don't have to Jamar Chase and Travion don't have to be in
No,
the same
the
trade. Like
way the way to do the trade, if you want to make that trade, you need to be getting a Saquon, a Bijan, a Gibbs, plus another lower level wide receiver. That's like a wide receiver 2-3. Like that's the only
yeah.
way you're trading Chase.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Tyreek and Waddle on the same roster. So I would try to get rid of Waddle and Pickens, maybe the Cowboys fan, maybe go like if Pickens has a big game this week, maybe go Pickens and Waddle for a running back. Like I think Pickens and Waddle, if Travion has a bad game, is something you can maybe swing. Something for some kind of RB2 that you can get out of that, but try to do a 2-for-1 with one of those guys. I would not throw Jamar Chase for Genty yet. I don't. A lot of guys think Genty's a top 10 running back. I need to see a little bit more before I sell the farm with Chase. All right. Yeah, Frizz, thanks. Hey, Frizz, give us a sub. We really appreciate it, man. Keep the questions flowing. And I got a waiver show coming out on Monday afternoon, guys. For all those of you who are new here, thanks for tuning in. All right. So we're on the Chargers game, right, Jordan?
Yeah. We were on the Falcons Vikings game.
Falcons Vikings. Okay. So Penix is at 227 and a half passing yards. Pitts, I know. London, what do you think London wise? Man, his receiving yards is
If
72
you have
and a
a
half.
target, if you have a targets line, I think that's your best line. I have 9.5 targets. I think that's your best London prop if you have that.
6.5 receptions is a lot for London.
His targets is so much better.
And then I'm going to look at Bijan here. See if we got out of Bijan. I don't hate the 27 and a half receiving yards out of Bijan. Last week, DeAndre Swift, had a lot of receptions versus the Vikings and some receiving yards. So I don't mind Bijan as a little dump off option for Penix. Bijan's rushing line is 66 and a half rushing yards. That seems too low. Like the Vikings did stop the Bears from running the ball last week, but the Vikings are the Bears good at running the ball? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like DeAndre Swift's not like a between the tackles guy. So I feel like 66 and a half rushing yards for Bijan is really nice. And you can go rushing and receiving yards, 96 and a half. I feel like that's still a bit much, but I wouldn't be shocked if Bijan gets 100 yards in this game total, or even just on the ground. So his anytime TD is 1.50x on Sleeper. Guys, if you haven't gone to Sleeper, go do some Sleeper picks. Enter promo code DUDES100, and they will match you up to $100, guys. Sleeper's the absolute best place for fantasy football, and they also got some ways you can do a little bit of picks as well. And you can really, with those dynamic payouts, 100x that money. It's a lot of fun. All right, Jordan, anything else in this Vikings-Falcons game?
No.
Do
you want to go through these Monday night games? I haven't looked at them at all, to be completely honest.
We can just give a quick little peeky here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like maybe get some more questions on here. Maybe get some more subs. Bucky Irving. I don't hate Baker Mayfield over 1.5 TDs.
Let's see. What did you say? Baker Mayfield over what? Say it again. Sorry. Baker
Mayfield over 1.5 passing TDs.
Yeah.
There's a question.
Yeah.
Elliot, we appreciate the comments, Elliot, but let's just keep these football related. Like I think you have Jordan's phone and you can just text him, but unless he's blocked you, that wouldn't be out of the ordinary.
I might have blocked him. Ask me a football question, Elliot. You said you're starting to get involved into football. Elliot is not a football guy. Going to start watching more football, Trent. So
interesting.
He's going to try to watch more football on the weekend. So
appreciate it. Elliot.
Maybe we We can impact his life right now, Trent.
Yeah, Elliot, we are here for you, man. Anything we can do to help. So we got Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing TDs. I don't dislike that. I like Emeka Ibuka at 53.5. Is Godwin back, Jordan? They were acting like he might.
No. He's ruled out.
Okay.
Ruled out. So I think maybe the Bucky over receiving yards at 17.5 is not bad. I gotta dig in these games. Like I haven't looked at really these games, so it's like hard to like.
I think Buccaneers wise, I kind of like all of them. The Bucks will make this a good game. Like that's what their specialty is kind of playing up to their opponent. So I'm gonna say I don't mind Bucky. I don't mind Emeka. I'm not sure about Mike Evans. And I'm kind of staying away from everything on the Texans side of the ball. I can't get myself to trust CJ Stroud. Like I was hoping to see a little bit more last week. Rams are a really good defense, but I was hoping to see a little bit more in that performance than what he showed. So
yeah.
All right, next game we got Chargers Raiders. I had a play in here, Jordan. I just think he gets his first one here. I have Omarion Hampton over 0.5 rushing TDs. I think Monday Night Football. I think Harbaugh gets him a rushing TD in this game. Outside of that, Herbert's at 247.5. Genty's at 67.5. I don't know if this is a great matchup for Genty.
The lad, lad over 5.5, but I mean it's juiced. But lad over 5.5 is solid.
I don't hate Keenan Allen in this game. Like he's at 50.5 receiving yards. I don't hate that right now. You can even go down to 40.5 on Sleeper. They'll allow that. 4.5 receptions.
What's the Bowers? Bowers over 56.5 is good. I like that.
I like Dicker over 1.5 field goals in this game. I feel like they go with that. Probably.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Reword that a little different. Outside of that, Bowers, Myers, no one I'm really playing on this Raiders side. Maybe Bowers. What's Bowers? 63.5 receiving yards. I don't dislike that. Bowers is questionable for Monday, Jordan. As of an hour ago.
He said expected to play though.
Okay. So
the coach said he's expected to play.
Yeah, pick up Michael Mayer. And you can plug him in if you have to. What is Mayer's
Trent? They wouldn't have a lineup on Bowers if he was questionable. He's gonna play. They wouldn't have a lineup if he wasn't gonna play.
Okay. All right. I don't know if there's anything else, Sean. I think that kind of does it. Was hoping we get to those 100 views, guys. Try this again next week. I'll try to get this on X when I say I'm going to do it, not just have YouTube. I'm glad we caught that, Jordan. I think that helped out a little bit. So I don't know if there's anything else there want to cover. I think we kind of covered it all.
Yeah, good luck. Let's have a good week 2.
All right, guys. Check us out on X at TFF Dudes. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you. I will be coming to you with the Waiver Wire show on Monday. We'll have some more matchup shows on Thursday. If you missed those, you can go check those out on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. See you guys next time. And as always, take care.